Right, here we are on a Friday. You're on Babsie's Card Making and Crafting, and I'm Babsie. I'm just waiting to key into my computer so I can see what's going on. That should happen in a minute if I'm lucky. And then we can get going. Just bear with us one moment. There we go. Oh, no. Right, there we go. Let's get that up. That's it. And then I can silence my voice because you don't want to hear me twice. Right, well, welcome to Babsie's Card Making and Crafting. I'm Babsie, as I said, and I come from a little village called Deanshanger, just outside Milton Keynes, here in the UK. And this week I've been bringing you Pampered Pets. It's a lovely, lovely stamp set. I've had so much fun with this one. I'll just see if I can grab some papers for you to have a look at. I've put them all away, silly me. There we go. These are lovely, cute cats. And this is a DSP, Designer Series paper. It's just pattern paper. It's got two sides. And these can be cutted out. Fussy cutted out, is that a word? Cut out with your scissors. So that's the cats. And these are the dogs. Lovely, lovely. And then there's different patterns on the back. There is a die for this dog that you can cut out, but to be perfectly honest, I have cut them out, and this cat here has got a die, but I've actually cut mine out quite happily with my scissors, and they've worked perfectly. Right, little bit of news. I've had so much fun doing this, using this stamp set this week, that I've turned it into crafty bags. They are bags of products containing card bases and die cuts. I can't send printed objects through the post, but I can do lots of die cutting, and you'll have half a pack of the DSP that you've just seen. Card bases, there's a couple of fun fold cards in there, and lots of different ways that you can use your bags. I'm just in the process of making a few videos. More news of that will come on Monday, but I will be posting some links up, hopefully over the weekend when I get the videos done, and the cards done, finished, and then you can see what we're going to be doing in the crafty bags. I'll post up a link of how much it's going to cost, because that's something else I haven't done, is cost it out. But just to let you know that this is coming up from Monday onwards. So I'm live on 7 on Monday evening, and again, as I am today, 12 on Friday. But there will be posts on my blog, and please follow and share the pages, because it gets more people in, and it grows my Facebook page. More people can see the cards that I'm making, and I would really, really appreciate that. So back to Friday. Monday. These are the cards we made Monday evening. So this is just a little bit of pattern paper from a different pack. And some ribbon. You can almost make this up with anything that you've got in your stash, really, with the die cuts and that. I've used the So Lovely labels to get the crinkly edge, but I mean, you could just simply do you know, cut a square card if you wanted to. And you could use this image, you could fussy cut out of the DSP and perhaps use the side that's just got the red lines on, so you don't have a character in there. And it's saying sorry for your loss, obviously a loss of a pet. So that's that one. And this one again is using the DSP. This is just a very thin strip stuck on this pattern paper, and then again I've done an oval and I've stamped enjoy and a little bowl, and then I've just cut a little piece of brown card, done a curved edge, and then scalloped the top just with my scissors. I didn't even draw it, I just cut round, and then did lots of lumps inside to make it look like some treats that you're giving your dog. And then cut out one of the dogs, and I've got a little cushion that I've put up on dimensionals, so he sits quite nicely in there. And again, I've just cut it with my scissors, just randomly. I don't know whether you can actually see it, but I did put it through an embossing folder to give it a bit texture. But I mean, you could do that with your with a bone folder, just crinkle it up, you know, so that's quite easy to do. So that card could be put together without even using a big shot or a cut and emboss machine. So it's really simple, that one. So they're the two cards we did Monday evening. And again, we're using these stamp sets. I have used the dies because I've stamped these images of the dog and the cat, and I've cut them out. The links to all the products are in this video, so you should be able to see that. I've got something on my screen now. I'm just going to clear away so we can see who's on. And the card base that I'm using is, this one's just grey granite. Yes, it's grey granite. Just had to look there just to make sure. That's the card base, and then we've got this piece of Whisper White. I'm just leaning over to see if I can get my craft mat, because we're going to do a little bit of colouring. And first of all, I've got what we call an aqua painter. It's a paintbrush with a tube at the end, and all I've got in there is just plain water. And I'm going to use a block with two colours on. First of all, it's Pool Party. So all I'm going to do is just dab the block just to bring some colour up on that end. So I've got Pool Party on that end, which is just a light bluey colour with a hint of green. And then I've got, trying not to get my hands in the other one, I've got, there should be Pear Pizzazz. It is, and Pear Pizzazz on the other one, which is just a muted green colour. Right, so drop of water first. There we go. And I'm just using ordinary Whisper White because we're not using an awful lot of water, just one little drop, and it shouldn't really warp the card. Now I'm aiming to go, what have I picked up? The blue. I'm aiming to go just in this area here, so we're going to leave some white space, hopefully, if I remember. Don't get too carried away. So here we go. This is the blue, so we're laying that down, and we just want a light wash. Well, that's the intention anyway. Just a little bit. You see, I've got far too much ink on here. There we go. And we need to leave, well, I would like to leave a little bit of white space all around. And you can see I've already gone off the edge here. So let's just make that a little bit bolder on that edge so it doesn't go over. So that's my blue. And then I did have, there it is, a little bit of kitchen roll to take the blue off. And as soon as you see that go clear, you know that there's no more ink on that. And then this, I think we've got, yeah, we've got enough water on the brush now. And then just a little bit of a whitewash, not whitewash, green wash. It's a green wash underneath. So try and get that together. A little bit of a horizon. I've done it again, I've gone over too far. Never mind. What do they say? It'll all come out in the wash? Well, that's what my mum used to say. Bless her soul. Right, so a bit of a defined line here. A little bit more of paint. Not that you're going to see it really. The more you mess about with this, the more paint you're going to get on and the darker it'll go. So we just want a little white, little wash. And what I am going to do is just try and define that edge just up here. That's it. And that one there. There we are. Not quite sure what those bits are, but never mind. So again, I'm just wiping on the kitchen roll just to get all that colour off the pen. There we go. Now you can see it's all gone sort of turquoisey colour. There we are. You can see that that's plain now. It's just wetting the kitchen roll, although there is a little bit of stain on there. I think that's probably stain from where I've used it before. But there's definitely no colour in that now, so I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to put that away because that's all we need. Put that away and then I can clear this off of here. And if you wanted to, you could sort of put a little bit more in the middle here, make it a colour wash and then print it on paper. I've seen lots of people do that. It's quite a good way of using your ink up. So all that is finished, so I've put my craft mat away now. And now I'm going to stamp a sentiment up here. And the sentiment I've got is, hope your day is a real treat. So we're using grey granite quite a lot with the stamping here. So I think that's what we'll do with the sentiment. We'll just do grey granite. And have I got a test paper? Yes, I believe I have. That's it. I know I've got the grid paper underneath, but oh, that looks like it's picked up something. Let's do that again. It may just be the paper. Yeah, I think that's all right. I think that's all right. We're good to go, I think. Right. So this is going to be stamped up in the corner here. Well, in actual fact, that still feels a bit wet, so I'm going to leave that while we colour these two chappies. I'm just going to bring my craft mat in. Oh, you can see that hasn't been cut clean for a bit. Right, we'll just leave that to settle, because if I stamp on this bit where I've just gone over this little bit here, it was drying off nicely, but where I've gone over this little bit with that extra bit of colour, it's just made it a bit more stamp. So my colours, I'm using the blender pens, and I've got dark crumb cake for this. Now we've got some dark areas on here, so I'm going to do that first with the ballpoint pen, with the ballpoint end, just to create a little extra shading. And Stampin' Up are really good at putting shade onto stamps. It shows us exactly where we need to be putting our shade. So just where the lines are here, and possibly under his chin here a bit. Not sure about anywhere else. Where else do you think? I'll just come down here, I think. Just a little extra thing here. So that's just given it a little extra shading. And you can still see the lines there as well, so that's good. Yeah, I should think that would be fine. I've got a little black nose, so let's do his black nose. There we are, and I've used light basic black. So it's not quite total black. And then the rest is going to be done in the same colour, the dark crumb, but with the brush tip. So we start up here very lightly, very light strokes. And what I'm doing here is I'm just coming either side of that ear, because I'm going to put a little bit of pink in there. So very lightly, just come down round his eyes. Whoops, missed that one. Just trying to be very light with the blender pen. There we go. We don't have dogs in our house, we have a cat. And I was sharing on Monday evening about our cats. Our Calypso is part feral. And she was given to us by somebody who was going into a flat and couldn't take the cat with her. Now Peter, my hubby, had been doing some work for her in her garden, and she asked Peter if he would be kind enough to take her. Well, Peter, being Peter, said, "Oh yeah, that's fine." Not quite realising the consequences of what he was taking on. So yes, she's a little bit of a handful. She'd come from a flat, so she didn't know what stairs were, which was really quite funny to see her struggling up the stairs. But she managed it okay. Oh yes, she was up those stairs. But we try not to let her get too far up. I'm not a great lover of animals in bedrooms. So I try to keep her downstairs, but for a long time, and we've had her close to 5 years now, but for a long time she'd sit at the top of the stairs at the landing, and every time I walked up the stairs, her little paw would come out and grab me, and yeah, I had some really quite nasty scratches for quite a while on my hands and on my arms and my toes. If I walked up the stairs with no shoes on. Right, so now we've got we're doing the cat now, so I'm going to do her ears first of all. And the ears are done in light petal pink. A bit of a nose. And then the light, no, not light basic black. We don't want that, do we? No. Oh, which one am I missing? I'm missing one. So let's go back and see. I must have put it away. That was silly. Light smoky slate, I think I did the other one in. I think that was right. So on the paw, I'm wanting to leave just a little bit of white. So again, light smoky slate and the ball points, I'm just going to do just a little bit so that she's got white paws there. And I want to leave her chest white as well. So around the face we'll come down here. Probably leave this little bit here. And then want to leave a little bit round her nose. She's got a white patch on her nose. Something like that. And then come over from here. There. Yeah, I think that will be fine. There we are. And then again, just round here, so lines as if it's her fur. Just round there, not trying not to be too harsh. So it's all one line, and then another little bit on the end of her toe, a tail. Toe. Oh dear. There we go. And then I can go back to the other end and colour that in all the way over. Now with the dog we put all the shading in first, but with the cat we're going to put the shading in last because I wanted the white tail and the white socks. So here we've got a little bit of shading here, so we'll just again go over this little bit here just to darken that up, and around here where the fur is coming onto the cat's neck there, and then maybe just a little bit carried on that little bit there. These ever so subtle, but just a few lines just to get it to gradiate in, and there's our cat and dog. Really easy, and I'm sure if I can make a good job of that, I'm sure you can. So that's that, and that has dried out now, so away with the mat, and then we can put our greeting down. So grey granite, stamp it a couple of times, make sure that that's clear. Now have your card straight on your grid paper. That's why I love having the grid paper, and we want to put it in the top right hand corner, and I have squared this up. So what I've done is I've put the bottom of that stamp on one of these grid lines and then put the block on top, so the top of the block is on another grid line, so it's definitely straight, and then it's all down to me putting it straight on the card. So when you're putting it down, try and get the block again straight with a line, and hopefully we'll have a straight sentiment. Yeah, like that. That's good. So that's that one done, and I can't see my scrap. Oh, there it is. So we'll stamp off on the scrap just to get that little bit of ink away. And somewhere up here, I think I have my chamois. So that's all nice and clean. Do love these chamois. I'm a little bit possessive about it, like I am with my grid paper. I like it all nice and clean. Right, so our little cat and dog are just going to be on here. So I could actually bring the grass down a little bit more. Let's see if I've got any. Oh yes, I've got a tiny bit in there. So I'm not going to put any more water on this. What I'm going to do is just pick up what's here. And just very quickly, just do a tiny bit more. Just to bring it down a little bit. There we go. That's it. Let's close that up now. And get my kitchen roll back in. Clean the brush so that's all nice and clean. Put my top on. There we go. And then let's adhere our cat and dog here. Let's put the dog in first. Just going to use a little bit of dimension, if I can find them. There we go. I always tuck them up on the side here, and then I lose them because I can't see them because they're up like that against white, and I lose them. So, and we'll have another one up here. One up there, one on his nose, and one in the middle. That should be fine. Just take the backings off. So the dog should sit somewhere there. And we'll have Pussycat over here. I have to say, going back to speaking about Calypso, I have to say she has calmed down an awful lot. It's taken a long time, but we can actually brush her now. Well, not totally, but we can brush most of her, should I say. We still can't pick her up. She's still, well, Peter does pick her up, but it's only for like a couple of minutes. Then she struggles and struggles and the claws come out, and then that's it, she's down. So there we are, and that's that. So this then is going to be adhered right into the middle of the card. How lovely does that look? Oh no, before we do that, we have one little more thing I'd like to put. I'd like to put some lovely silky blue ribbon on here, just to give it a little bit of something. Should we have two? Or shall one just do? I think one will be enough, I think. Oh, I'll tell you what we could do. We could go over and knot it and tie a little bow. How about that? Oh, let's do that. And a bit more than that. I was struggling to make a bow out of that. Right, take me scissors. Where's my scissors? There we go. Oh dear. Right, that's not going to work. So, little bit of double-sided tape, I think, at the back. Try and anchor that ribbon. Then it'll be a little bit easier to tie the ribbon, I think. So I'll have that there. Take that off. Right, what's the top? The top is there, so we'll need there we go. Right, let's see if that works. And it won't be slipping all over the place. Sorry, but I can't chat now. I've got to concentrate. No, that's not working either. I should have practiced this bit, shouldn't I? I thought, oh no, it'll be fine. Bows are fine. I can do bows. You can until you get to alive. Right, it's not the best bow I've done, but it is there. It's a bit twisted. I'm not quite sure which way it's going to go. Oh, that's better. That's much better. Oh, well, yes, that's better. Right, let's pull those tails in. Let's have those tails pulled in a bit. Pull that one in a bit. Oh, finally. Right. Before it jumps out, let's cut that one down and that one down. And that's a half decent bow. Oh, well, that turned out all right, didn't it? Goodness me. I should have more faith in myself, I think. Right, a little bit of glue on the back. But yes, I should have... Oh, is this the wrong one? I think it must have been. Yeah, wrong one. There we go. I knew I had one that was mostly full, nearly full. And this one, oh, a bit too much there. Let's just take that off, because that'll squidge all over the bottom of the card. There we go. There we are. And over it goes. Right in the middle. Ah, you know what I've forgotten? Oh dear. I have forgotten to put my love hearts on. And my butterflies. So, let's change this over. So we were supposed to have little love hearts going over the top. Like this. And I was supposed to be doing that while the paper dried. Oh dear. But at least we can do that now. There we are, and that's that. Now we can put this one down, right in the middle. So you can see some hearts above and some below. There we go. And then the other thing I was going to do was to put a couple of little butterflies, because they're so weeny and so cute. Oh! One sat right on his nose. Well, I'm not going to try that one again. I think he'll have to stay there. There we go. We'll clean those in a minute. So there's our lovely little card. Oh, it's just so sweet. There's another lovely little card that we made today. Hope you like that. Few little hiccups, but we got there in the end, and I think that is just so nice. Oh, the other thing I was going to do was to colour his collar. Now, that was going to be a blue, and that's what was going to tie in the blue with the ribbon. So, let's have a blue band for the dog. There we are. And we'll have a little bit of a blue butterfly going on here. And that ties in nicely with the ribbon. Should we leave that one? Leave that one green, why not? There we are. So finally finished. Really sweet card. Very nice, very easy to do. Hope you've enjoyed that. And I look forward to seeing you on Monday evening. Please click the follow button or the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. And look out for the posts for my cat and dog crafty bags. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Really enjoyed having you here today, and look after yourself and see you on Monday. Bye bye for now.